Hey guys, and welcome back to Rebirth. Shit is officially starting to hit the fan. Sora, at this point in time, has defeated Marluxia. Ansem possessed Riku and killed Lexaeus, and now it seems Zexion's pissing about with some Destiny Islands bollocks, so let's head back to Riku's home and see what's what.
You know, that summary you just gave really makes me feel like I just opened up the issue of a new comic book that I've never read before, and there's this big recap page talking about shit that happened last time that I have no idea what's going on.
Next time on Rebirth, the horror won't end.
Yeah, just do like an Ultimate Marvel version of Kingdom Hearts and just pull this shit, and I'll be just as confused as I already am.
Next episode, Frieza is defeated.
The spirit bomb doesn't work.
I still think I made that up. Like, it's thematically appropriate. My own memory is lying to me.
I know the horror won't end is like a natural one, I think.
Side characters. Oh, my friends, my besties.
Were they ever really friends with Riku? Because Riku always hung out by himself, and he only really talked to Sora and Kairi. I don't see Riku and Selphie going to the mall, is what I'm trying to say.
They're probably more like acquaintances, really, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Selphie just helps Riku try on dresses, but they don't tell anybody about it. We can't talk, Riku. They got rid of our blank.
Wait for it. It's gonna get creepy.
Hey, don't kill the music, dude.
Thank you. See, this is why you need a commentary wingman for silly sound effects.
That's true, and it helps when you're hitting on commentary chicks at the bar, I presume, for Let's Plays.
What bar are you going to?
The Mana Bar? That's a real thing, you know that, right?
Oh, that's Yarsi's place, isn't it?
I don't know if that's still open, but if it is, I would really like to go and see how it works, or at least the similar close equivalent in America. I would assume places like Dave & Buster's GameWorks would be the closest things we have here in America to that kind of bar.
I'll take one Blizzaga, please. Ooh, goes down cold.
That's what they need to do, because they've made potion, like the Final Fantasy potion as a drink. I want to see other food items based on Final Fantasy properties, like a Blizzaga smoothie. Or, well, fuck, you could get a Blizzaga at Dairy Queen, I just realized that.
You'll notice I wrongly clocked the Lexaeus enemy card there, so I might as well just explain what it does. It gives you the Warp Break ability. Obliterates enemies with the finishing blow of a combo with a high success rate. Immune to ice and resistant to physical attacks, but weak against special attacks.
This still makes me pine for a Steel Ice type Pokemon. Even though it'd be weak 4 times the fire and fighting, I still want one.
Yeah. Whee! I'm sorry, it's fun.
Well, it does look fun, I suppose. I mean, if you're going to be killing the forces of evil, you might as well have a blast. Because if you have no passion for your work, then what's the point?
You may as well just be fucking dead inside.
That's true. Or, you know, just working to pay the bills and not much else. Trying to get your side project of darkness going on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think, like, because I know, like, before,
Here comes the wind-up to a joke. I know you way too well, mate.
That's true. I kind of, when I'm, you know, talking like this, I'm trying to pull out, like, observations just to keep it going.
Go on.
Well, I don't know if I can anymore.
Fucking do it.
Do you think
that
when Ansem Seeker of Darkness was working for the original... I can't do it.
Self-confidence obliterated.
That's good. That's great. That's awesome. I can't do commentary more. I'm just going to sit here in silence, and you can take it.
Okay. Here we are. Riku is walking through a door. This is now a DVD commentary. I'm basically just going to describe what's on screen. There's a spinny heart. Riku is running across a bridge.
I thought this scene was really well shot.
Oh, please don't disappear on me. I need someone who doesn't disappear on me. Ha ha ha.
Ah, shit.
The only people who appear to me are ones with no heart. What's up with that?
I know, man. That is a comedy routine right there. Rika should develop that and take that on tour. What's the deal with me being in darkness?
What's the deal with darkness? It's not light, but it's not nothingness. Especially Waka. He's the most important one here.
Possibly, yeah, the most important Destiny Island kid, I think. He has an untapped destiny that's completely unrelated to Kingdom Hearts. That's why they don't focus on him.
I would say for the most part, like, the friendship angle is explored pretty well in Kingdom Hearts, but I never really, like you said, saw Riku hanging out with those three. So it's basically doing the whole thing from, like, Star Wars, you know, the prequel trilogy, where Obi-Wan and Anakin describe their friendship instead of us having seen scenes.
It's, you know, really kind of lazy. You would prefer more character development.
Many hearts were forever lost to the darkness.
Like your mom and dad, that's why we never see them.
So he's talking shit about his mom.
You hated being an islander, so you opened the door to darkness.
You sinned! Accept Jesus into your life! Amen!
What kind of Keyblade would Jesus have?
I don't know. Well, Zexion has a book. Maybe it's the good book. You never know.
I had an answer, but I feel like an absolute prick for saying it. What, we're gonna fight Ansem now? Oh.
Oh, I'm Darkseid this whole time. Okay, that explains nothing. That raises more questions.
Were you not watching the previous cutscenes? I've got Ansem inside of me. You hear me? I'll say it loud and I'll say it proud. Ansem is currently inside of me.
Selfie's listening. She's like, oh my god, Riku.
Alright, more of this.
So, if Riku's supposed to be Darkseid, is Darkseid like his dad? You know, like, they have like a take your kid to darkness day? Is that what it is?
Just the idea of, like, mini Riku sitting on Darkseid's shoulder while they talk to the parents and shit.
Somebody should draw that, because that's pretty good, and we need more fan art, obviously.
Must be a bitch getting shoes when you're a Darkseid.
He needs shoes like he needs a hole in the middle of his body.
Which he does have.
That's true.
Oh man, running on fumes, running on fumes. What are your memories of Destiny Islands? Like the first time you played the game, how did you feel?
I think when I first...
That's KH1, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I'm going there, don't worry.
Okay.
I think when I first booted up this game, I was... this was actually a bit after, I believe it was Hurricane Ivan, if you don't remember that. Well, you wouldn't, because you weren't there. You were in a completely separate country. Thanks for escaping it, by the way.
Yeah, that's my origin story right there.
It was sometime after Hurricane Ivan. We had like a FEMA trailer we were living in. Our house was okay. It was just kind of junky and shit, and we were about to move anyway, let's be honest. So I remember I brought my PS2 inside, and I had the TV, like a real shitty TV hooked up, and I had borrowed it on the game from my friend Bobby, and it was just kind of a dark room. You know, I didn't really have any lights on, but then I bring up Destiny Island. You know, it's all this vibrant contrast to it, and I really like the place. I do. It feels really cozy and nostalgic, and very comfy even. I can see why, you know, they would like to hang out there for so long, because you feel really good and calm when you're on Destiny Islands, before the shit hits the fan, of course.
Well, that's a standard literary trope, you know, the calm literally before the storm. I'm bouncing on his head.
Yeah, you didn't even aim for his head, you just kind of jumped on his elbow.
I just, like, press buttons, and Riku does the rest. I have to say, I admire the attention to detail playing Kingdom Hearts in a dark room. It's like, I want to immerse myself in darkness, you know?
I suppose, but remember, this was before I really knew what they were talking about in terms of the darkness, so I was just lazy then, I think.
Yeah, well, that kind of takes a little bit of whimsy out of the whole thing.
Did he drop his lunch money? No, I need that! Hey, what's going on up here?
Whee!
Did they ever explain what that big fucking energy ball was? Was it just like a nuke or something?
I think it's a portal.
Portal, they're eating the worlds. I think that's what it was.
And into my ass it goes.
Well, nobody's gonna use the Darkseid card. Everybody has copies of them in their binders. He had to take off his suit and put on these clothes back for the cutscene. I mean, I know the suit appears in a flash, but still.
Like, you remember how we took on Riku 4 and then Lexaeus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sora!
A similar kind of situation is going to happen here.
Sora!
So the cutscene fades out, and then...
Loading excitement!
Also loading door. Door complete! That's your way of going back to save. Take it if you must, but as for me, I'm pressing on. I got less plays to do.
I have a very busy schedule of bugging Sora.
Sora, it's me.
Turns out it's Vanitas.
What?
Stop it, Sora! Don't you recognize me?
We're besties, remember?
I can see exactly what you've become.
You're currently beating me in popularity. I can't be having that.
Dude! What really does happen if they do that on somebody's heart with the Keyblade?
Unlocks it, I guess.
Yeah, unlocks the fucking muscles.
Have you really become a creature of the dark?
Since when was Sora that eloquent?
You're just a pawn of the darkness.
Sora does not talk like this. I sense shenanigans.
It's time for you to face the light.
No, don't take cues from Master Ericus. It didn't work out. Not solar flare!
It really stings.
Well, I am leaving this game. I don't know about you guys.
Yep, I'm taking the easy way out. Goodbye.
And so, Riku casts himself off the cliffs. The Greek gods had forsaken him.
When you walk away.
You can't fade. There's no power that can defeat you.
That sure as shit ain't Hayden Patterson whatever.
Aiden Pata.
Let me look this shit up.
So don't run from the light. And don't fear the darkness.
I like how the second option for Kairi was Kairi's letter. Good stuff, KH Wikia, good stuff.
Be stronger? Darkness too?
Alison Stoner voices her in RE Chain of Memories and also Days.
Ah, okay.
Darkness inside your heart, it's vast and it's deep.
Really deep.
But if you have a floaty, you could swim inside it, and it won't hurt you at all.
You won't be
And there's nobody around to laugh at you for using a floaty in darkness.
Oh, Alison Stoner also voiced Shion.
Oh, really? I didn't remember that.
I can't seem to recall it myself, honestly.
know that the darkness is there and don't give in. If you do
This is very zen-ish, after a while, where it's just like, you know what? Everybody has darkness inside of them, everybody has emotions, everybody gets salty, if you will, about things.
Yeah.
But as long as you accept that, you know what, hey, that's just the nature of being human. That's the nature of being anime, in Riku's case. You just kind of learn to accept it and go with it, and you're a lot better off as a result, and you're not always fighting that kind of thing, and you feel more peaceful.
Yeah. I mean, the first game was literally just light versus darkness, and they could have so easily carried on the whole series just like that. But instead they say, darkness, it can be a bad thing if used incorrectly. It's like dynamite can be useful, but it can also blow up in your hands and kill you.
That's true. I mean, it's a tool at the end of the day. And really, light and darkness, sunrise, sunset, chocolate, vanilla, it's the same. You've been punked!
How is it that you found me when you were there in the light?
Your impression of Sora is terrible.
Lake of darkness. Even the light can't block the smell.
There's that axe again.
Well, maybe if it was made of Febreze, then we wouldn't be having this problem.
Darkness right to you.
I can smell you, Zexion.
Absurd.
I don't stink! I bathe every day!
That your hopes are nothing. Nothing but a mere illusion.
Like my powers.
Okay, so now we can actually fight him this time. Because now they finally remembered to give him a fucking weapon.
Yeah, Zexion uses a lexicon.
I guess that... Well, no, that doesn't really make sense. You're just trying to go for a pun there, as opposed to whatever he's trying to do. I don't know.
He's trying to take your memories, and I think if you allow him to, he can steal like a lot of your cards and create like shadow copies and whatnot. I, much like with Lexaeus, do not give him chance to get off any of these attacks, because they can be quite annoying. It involves like, there's like books like floating around the arena, you gotta destroy them to destroy the shadow clones, and he's a trickster kind of character, so don't let him build up steam.
It seems a lot more manageable than his absent silhouette fight, though, because again, you're dictated by the cards and you can break a lot of his attacks. But again, and I'm going to keep bringing this up, because this is the only thing I've got going for me in terms of the organization, I still would have preferred if he was a punchy guy. But then again, I have always wanted a punchy guy, as you know. You can't punch people with books. This is not Read or Die. It doesn't work that way. Have you seen Read or Die, by the way?
No, I have not.
You should consider it, because it's actually pretty good from what I've seen. Like, it's got a cool idea of using paper in terms of making familiars and weapons and things like that, but yeah.
That tornado back there was the thing that I think steals your cards.
Okay, yeah, so you definitely want to watch out for that, I say, being an expert at this game, naturally.
Peace out, bitch!
Well, he is weak to fire because he uses paper. He's got his hand out so you can put the jewels in his hand. Give me your lunch money.
Put that shit in my hand. If that darkness you don't show, then you owe me, oh.
My jungle love!
Oh-wee-oh. Ah, the Zexion card.
What does it do?
I will tell you after this bomb-ass cutscene right here.
Alright, I'm waiting for it.
I assure you, it's going to be both bomb. Well, actually, no, just bomb.
Oh, they got the music still playing, it must be awesome.
After all your protests, you're still like us on the side of darkness.
Man, I'm gonna die and go to Final Fantasy 15. You can't do this.
When did that happen? You were always terrified of the dark before. Not anymore!
That looks less like darkness and more like he just kills him, normally.
Deliver the fatal blow and he teleports away like a little bitch. Don't even get the satisfaction of seeing him die. Okay, the Zexion card. Let me just go back to the enemy card page. Sorry, Kari, not interested in your page anymore.
I'm hurt.
Zexion's enemy card gives you the Confuse Strike ability. Causes attacks to confuse enemy at a certain rate, resistant to fire, ice, lightning, and special attacks.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty good.
Keeping with the whole, trickster kind of thing. Oh, it ain't over yet, though. That ain't the last of Zexion.
That's true, we do have 5 minutes left in this part. It's going to be amazing, no doubt.
It's always a bummer where we just get landed here and nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm kind of anticipating the cutscene to come up, but then they just kind of toss him in there. Oh, now we get a cutscene, okay.
Just need to catch my breath, and then I'll totally pwn Riku, I promise.
Gotta catch my breath. Gotta put those intestines back, and then I'll be ready. What's up?
He's very clearly showing dread right now.
A classic nobody trait that they would never display otherwise.
We can use this Riku to defeat the real one. Axel?
What's going on? Are you doing a betrayal?
To be real
Doesn't even say anything. That's creepy.
is the kind of power that the real Riku doesn't have.
I have a feeling this organization is not very secure in its power structure. I'm gonna file a formal complaint.
Not really very organized.
Yeah, that's true. It's more like a clusterfuck 13. Oh, you thought I was gonna say disorganization, huh?
I expect too much, are you?
He's as good a place to start as
Oh, animate his face for this important scene.
Whoa, alright, dude. Get your hands off the robe. It's presumably very expensive. He took his soul.
Yeah, he basically absorbs him.
You just found out way too much.
God damn.
Axel is all about the brutal fucking murder in this game. This is like the second net one now?
You know why he's doing all these kind of backstabs, right?
No.
He is attempting to move Saïx up the organization's ladder to get closer to Xemnas.
Oh. Wait, where does it explain that, then?
Probably in some supplementary kind of thing, but that's the reason why Saïx is Xemnas' number 2, even though he's like rank 7, I believe.
Oh, okay. I can kind of see that now, yeah.
Because Zigbar is the second member.
That's true, and they gotta get through Zigbar to get to Xemnas.
Oh no, he got stuck in a T-pose!
We will take you for Source Filmmaker and use you for our own.
Oh, that moment when the deodorant runs out.
Axe Bite Spray ain't gonna proc that for 16 hours.
Don't worry, Riku. I've got your fix-up.
I'll massage all your weak spots. It's like Icy Hot.
You interfere again?
He just tickles Ansem inside of him and causes him to let go.
Coochie coochie coo!
Glad I made it in time. That ought to keep Ansem busy for a while.
What did you do? You don't explain.
Hey, you're looking a lot more solid this time, Mickey. Good to see you.
He's actually made of a very solid light.
Is it you?
Uh-huh.
I gotta do the test.
Whoa!
That's weird. Getting weird. Put that rating up. Beep, 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 beep.
I think in the GBA one, he like pulls on his ears or something.
I'm so glad that you can make it here.
You have no idea how lonely I've been, Mickey.
Yeah, I've had to hear these two assholes talk over my gameplay. It's terrible.
I'm okay. Don't worry. Guess I'm just relieved. I've been alone so long that having someone else around is...
I'm not actually here, Riku.
Oh, that's mean.
But, how did you make it here? I thought it was too far.
I'm magic, Riku.
I took a plane.
To help me.
Okay, now this is... why are there cards outside of, like, Castle Oblivion? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't even know anymore. The series clearly doesn't.
I could see your heart beyond the darkness. That's what let me find you. I guess the card thought its place was to be with you.
Its place was to be presented to you in this cutscene, because there's only, like, one more world to go to.
You were right.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time when Riku gets his turn to visit Twilight Town. Bye for now.